time for the Breakfast Club on AM 1240 WEKR, your good neighbor station. Brought to you by First National Bank and the Lincoln County Health System. Good morning.
Good morning, Lily, and good morning, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in here on the Breakfast Club on WEKR and here on Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6. We have our CEO and General Manager, as we normally do once a month. And Britt, good to see you.
Good morning, Don.
Yep, it's dark outside this morning. It's been, I guess time's going to change this weekend. That'll change that a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, it will. I mean, it'll be dark when you come to work. Well, it'll be dark when some of us come to work, dark when you go home. So.
That's right. Especially it's always dark when you come to work, for sure. We got a lot going on at FPU. Still have the month of service going on. That's stocking the shelves for Junior's house.
Yes, it is, and it's been a very good, successful event for us, and we're still collecting, and the employees give a lot, too, to go get some more gifts for Junior's house, and we're going to continue till the end of the month.
It's going to be a big campaign. We've gathered up all of our stuff that people brought in, and you still have time to bring some stuff in. Let me go over some of the things that you can bring in. New toys unwrapped, stuffed animals, Play-Doh, toilet paper, and paper towels. That's a big one right now. We could use that, and we're going to take donations through the end of the month, and then we're going to present that to Junior's house, and that's a good thing. I know that makes you proud.
It does. Good community effort, and we try to do what we can to give back to the community as well. So we appreciate anybody that wants to bring some more items by.
Absolutely. So you got to the end of the month. So we hope you can come by and drop it by either of our lobbies. We have one in the engineering area, and we have one at both places where the operator is. You can come in and drop your stuff off. So anyway, and we appreciate everybody who has donated and continue to donate. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. People driving around might not understand, but our guys are wearing a pink hard hat, and we're wearing our lapel pins too as well.
Yeah, we're wearing our lapel pins, and the guys are wearing the pink hard hats out in the field, and the ladies wear their pink hard hats on pink t-shirts on Friday, and then we got the silo lit up again as pink on the bypass at the wastewater plant.
Very good, and that's something we do every October, and that's just something that we want to, just for awareness, and we're proud our guys do that. And next month is Harvest of Hope. We continue doing things for the community, and this is a big one. This has been going on even before my time, Britt.
It's been going on a long time for the food drive, and we do collect a lot of food during that time, and we appreciate everybody that participates in that as well. And again, we'll be doing that that month, and again, bring all your items by, and we'll get them packed up and to the right location.
After October 31st, we'll be picking up all the stuff for Junior's house, and then we will then change the boxes out, and we'll do the Harvest of Hope. And here's some of the items you can bring. This is for Good Samaritan of Lincoln County. It benefits the Good Samaritan of Lincoln County. We have, you can bring any kind of canned foods, canned vegetables, canned fruit, oatmeal, beans and rice, peanut butter. That's a big one, I believe, and that's something that they really like and need. Cake mix and pudding, and macaroni and cheese, and canned tuna, salmon, and all those non-perishable food items. And we want to bring those through. I guess we'll take those basically through the end of the year, right? So starting in November 1st through December 31st. So anyway, that's something that we're real proud of. A couple of things too, as I'm thinking about that. I'm trying to think, I had one more thing on my mind. Anyway, let's just, can't remember. I completely lost train of thought, but anyway. Also, we have Project Help. That's something that's been going on even before my time as well. A couple bucks out of my check each month, but anybody can participate in Project Help.
Absolutely, and the more participation we have, the more funds we can go out and help those families in need, and it creates a lot of good positive response on that as well.
Yeah, and so all you have to do is call in here, and you can get $1 or so off your bill to go to that, and that'll help out a neighbor because a lot of times the elderly have high bills, and sometimes it's hard to pay during the winter or even during the summer. So anyway, so Project Help, call in here at 433-1522, and you can get some more details on that as well. Well, as we talked about it getting dark earlier in the afternoon, it's a good time to have security light.
It is. Security lights bring, a lot of security around. That's the reason it's called what it is. But, we got the new LEDs, and so it helps out tremendously, gives off a different light, more light, and it's paying for itself very well on conserving energy too.
They definitely look really, really good, and it's very inexpensive, and you can find out more details by calling in and talking to us about that, and we can set you up on an existing pole. And Britt, you've been doing that for a long time. I'm sure you set a few of those in your time.
We have. We set a lot of lights, but they come a long ways from a mercury vapor to high pressure sodium. Now we're at the LED level, and it keeps changing all the time, especially with the way that the wattage is on the LEDs. And as I said, the better they get, the more energy it conserves and helps everybody out.
I don't guess you have as much maintenance problems with them.
Not much maintenance, but we do have a few problems every now and then with the new technology, and
Sure.
they're changing, every day, and so it's a big plus for us and the customer.
Let's talk about on the electric side. You've talked about this before. It's been a while. There's a lot of poles out in the system that are very old, and you have those inspected every year. Talk about that process.
Well, we go through a pole inspection. We try to get through the entire system within 4 years. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes we find so many that needs to be changed, but we have bad poles, then we have what we call priority poles. And the priority poles we try to get changed quickly because it's in bad need. But it's about every 4-year program. Sometimes it takes longer, as I said, but we'll go out and we'll try to get the poles changed. And doing this program has helped us out tremendously, especially, like all the high winds we had the other day. And, the system did very well, held up very well. We did have some outages, but it was scattered, not big outages. Here lately, we've been dealing with car wrecks, which is not a very good thing for anybody, but also have outages due to that. But the pole changing program has worked very, very well. It's part of preventive maintenance, and, we're going to keep continue to do that.
When you're talking about changing out a pole, you might think it's just putting another pole in there, but there's a whole lot more to it than just that, because a lot of times people might not understand that there's a lot more infrastructure on the pole than just our electricity.
It is. You got cable companies, FPU being one in some places. You got AT&T. You got other cable companies, and the thing that it's coming to now is that most utilities will not change a pole with hot conductor. And we're one of the few that's still doing that. So instead of cutting your power off a lot of times, we'll transfer the phases hot. And we haven't got to where we're going to start killing everything at this point in time yet to make a transfer. So a lot of systems are, we just haven't done it yet.
Well, the customer don't even realize that a pole's being changed.
Yeah, that is correct, because we could be down the road and change 4 in a row, and you never know anything about it. But it takes time, it takes several men to get that done, to do it safely, and that's what we're going to concentrate on, is safety.
Absolutely. And on the electric side, as we're continuing talking about the electric side, there's a lot of upgrades going on here and there, and down in Blanche, you're doing some serious work to a substation down there.
We converted from 7200 to 14.4. We're in the process of rebuilding the Blanche substation to get it upgraded to 14.4 and 25 kV. And that's going to help that entire area down there quite a bit as far as voltage drops, all those kinds of things. And maybe, those new plants on further south will bring in some more jobs down in that area, and we want to be sure that we're prepared to be able to handle that.
That's right. And I guess it'll help the new school as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's talk about cable and television, internet. We do have the new packages that's already hit, and seems like it's working well. And the few people I know that who have it are pretty happy with it.
Well, we have a lot of positive comments from our customers that they like the new packages. They get a little bit cheaper rate on certain things, because we had customers that didn't need this or need that, and these packages provide some of that. We can't do it all because it's all a la carte of how you get your programming.
Right.
But it's working out very well at this time.
And it also gave people more internet speeds, and everybody wants more speed.
Oh yes, I don't know if we'll ever have enough speed, because we keep increasing it every year, and we will continue to do that, because that's where the future's going. It's all going to be internet based, so IPTV and all those other packages that's available out there.
And that's one of the main reasons we're going digital to give you more room on the infrastructure to give you more.
That is correct. Analog takes a little bit more bandwidth than the digital side, and so that's the reason we decided to go all digital and free up some of that bandwidth so we can offer that speed to the customers.
So if you want to know more about the all digital FPU, just call us at 433-1522. We can tell you all the details on that and hopefully get you set up if it's available in your area. And that's another thing we're working on, is trying to get it into more areas of Lincoln County.
That's correct. And I just went to a conference in Nashville this past week and talked again to Representative Pat Marsh and talked to Senator Reeves last night at the chamber banquet, and Mr. Pat Marsh again, and you know, Rick Tillis, and we're trying to get all the help we can get with the state on the grant, and a lot of help from the public this time on the, you know, their what they sent in has helped us out quite a bit, and we got some employees that's worked really hard, and you know, it's a challenge, but we're going to try it again, see what we can get done this time.
Yep, and if we do, it's going to be good for Lincoln County. So and it's something that we're working on hard here. You know, there's a lot of grants and things, possibilities out there, and that's something we try to go for every time we can.
Yes, we are.
All right, let's talk about natural gas, and it's still, it's that time of year where people's going to be firing up the heaters. For sure.
Yes, won't be long. Well, they're talking about some cold weather coming in toward the weekend, and you know, it'll be changes from that air conditioner running to gas being heated and electric being heated and those kinds of things. But you know, it's getting that time of year, and here we are, you know, going into November, and we've had some very good weather, hot weather. Now we're having some very wet weather, and but it's been really good.
Absolutely. Well, you know, we on the gas side, we basically go from summer straight into winter almost. That's where we don't have a lot of spring here.
Yeah, that is correct, and it just seems that way too,
That's
because
right.
you know, it's turning cold, like I said, but no much fall, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about water and wastewater. There's always a lot going on there. You know, one thing about water and wastewater and electricity too, this is all churning 24 hours a day, and so you got to have people taking care of it, and you do.
And we got some good folks and great employees. You know, they're very dedicated, and that's what it takes to make it work. And you know, we keep applying as far as rehab money on those kinds of things, and we got put on the list for some water rehab, about $11 million, and we're also refinancing, hope to refinance a bond on the electric side, and we got to get the city's blessing on all of that. So we intend to just keep improving and progressing and making improvements for the community.
We've got contractors working, I know in some areas of the city for sure, but basically you're looking at some serious aging infrastructure when you're looking at some of the sewer and some of the things underground.
Well, right now the areas that they'll be working in, you know, we're talking anywhere from 55 to 65 years old, and you know, some of the cameraing that we done, if you saw some of the pictures and those things, you can see what kind of shape you know, the wastewater side is really in. You know, and we got some problems on the water side too, but you know, our primary concern is to provide good, safe drinking water, and wastewater is to keep it from going in the ground and get it to where it needs to go. So a lot of rehab.
Oh yeah, and you know, sometimes we look at out of sight, out of mind, but now that we're having to work on it, you see what's going on underneath, and plus we've had the opportunity to see how old it is, and some of those manholes are brick. I mean, you've talked about this before, but we haven't talked about it on the air, I don't think, but you're actually reworking those manholes somehow or another. You might explain what you're doing there.
Well, actually what we do is we go in and the contractor will spray a concrete mix inside, because all the mortar and all is falling out, so you have some inflow and infiltration there, and they'll go in and seal everything up inside the manhole and get it back like it was supposed to be to stop the inflow process.
Yeah. That whole system on the sewer side, you know, runs all the time, and it's a complicated process, but one of the things we have to do is put the water back in the river better than we got it.
Absolutely. We kid David, you know, at the water plant sometimes it looks like the water going out's better than what's coming in. But,
that's right.
You know, it's a lot of restrictions on EPA and TDEC, and we do our very best to make sure all that happens, because we got to test it, we got to run all the time and turn into the state as well, and so far we've been able to do that and better actually than what's required.
And have to congratulate David at the water department. I think we won the water tasting contest again.
Yeah, we did. We sure did.
That makes us proud, and he wouldn't have it any other way but be the number one, would he?
Yeah, he's very competitive. I mean, we all are, I guess.
That's right. That's for sure. That's for sure. Well, congratulations to him, and the membrane filters are the big plus there.
Oh
You
yeah,
might talk about how the
it's
process
you know,
works.
especially with a lot of leaves falling, about what changes it makes in the water in the river, and you know, plus you got all your runoffs from the farms and those kinds of things, and helped out tremendously about how it treats water. With the new technology, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. We just keep the filters replaced and patched or whatever we got to do, and been doing an excellent job.
Yep. One thing about it is we do have great water here in Fayetteville, Lincoln County, and we're blessed to have the Elk River, but we're also blessed to have a very good treatment plant that actually then gives the community really good water, and that makes me proud when I take a drink. It's cheaper than bottled water too.
That it is.
All right, let's talk about this weekend. We had the Heart Walk. We had the most participants there. I know that makes you proud, and had a good mile walk on a brisk Sunday afternoon.
Yes, we did, and the weather was just right actually,
Yeah.
and but yeah, it was a good turnout, and we appreciate everybody participating in that. Like I said, we had a good large group from FPU that comes down and represents us very well, and I appreciate all that, and yeah, it turned out really good.
Had good looking shirts with the baseball quarter sleeves. I like that shirt.
Yeah, just right, wasn't
It
it?
was just right. I like it. And anyway, I'm proud that all of our employees came out. We came in third, raised the third place for raising money, and that's something that we do here. We raise that in-house. You might explain how we raise our money?
Well, it's, you know, if we have the ribeye sales and those kinds of things, and it's employee raised money, you know, from the community, and you know, it turned out really good. Goodman, I had to say, you know, take our hats off to Goodman. They did a very good job, because I think they were the highest raiser for the funds, and you know, they'll be missed at the time when you know, they do leave Fayetteville, Lincoln County.
Absolutely. We're going to miss them. Well, what's the next big thing, Britt? What we got? What are you working on next?
Well, we're still working on the telecommunications. You know, this grant is a big thing. Like I said, the refinancing of the bond, the $11 million that we have to try to be sure that we get all the paperwork turned into the state, and those kinds of things. But you know, we got a long-term vision, and we'll be putting that ending of that after the first of the year. What we're going to do with broadband, you know, get fiber more rural, you know, see how that plans to get out, to operate more electrical equipment. Maybe we can lease some fiber to the telecom side, and we're going to do everything we can to try to get some broadband.
Yep. Well, we've got a good board that supports you, and you support us, and we appreciate that, and looking forward to the future, because what was good enough yesterday is not good enough for today.
Never.
That's right. We're moving forward. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Anything else?
And I'll just, I know Thanksgiving's coming up as well, and
right.
we got potluck lunch too. But
Britt loves potluck.
and the open house was really well.
It was.
So, but
appreciate all the folks who came out to our open house.
absolutely. You know, we might make that an annual event, and you know that it, like I said, it turned out really well, and we're going to see some things that we need to improve on to make it better, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for all you do. We appreciate our customers. We appreciate the radio stations for getting us on the air this morning. And we appreciate all of our viewers on Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6, and all those listening this morning on the Breakfast Club and Newsmakers on WEKR, WYTM. I've had Britt Dye as our guest this morning, and I'm Don Counts. We'll see you back in here next month for another edition of the Breakfast Club Newsmakers.